what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharp. Welcome to the Legendary Marketer Show. And in the show, I want to tell you actually what a legendary marketer even is, right? What is a legendary marketer? What does that mean? And that can mean different things to different people, but I want to tell you what it means to me. I was 16 years old when I became a teenage father. I was recently a high school dropout. Now, this doesn't start very great, right? Thought I was going to tell you about my credentials. Let me tell you about my struggles first. And I spent the next nearly 10 years of my life struggling, going back and forth between a crippling drug addiction, heroin to be specific, and being homeless. And in 2008, I got my life together and knocked on my dad's door and asked him to help me save my life. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years. And I asked him if he'd let me sleep on his couch and go to construction jobs with him and make a couple of bucks so I could get back on my feet. And I found internet marketing because I live in Florida. You might not be able to tell right now, but it's hot outside. And I didn't want to spend the rest of my life swinging a hammer on a hot construction site. And my dad even backed that up. He said, son, you don't want to be out here. Trust me, it gets hotter in the summer. This was around February of 2008. And so I got on the computer, one of these things, but it didn't look like that back then exactly. It was this big thing, super slow, lots of viruses on it. Don't know how those got there. And I tried to look for different ways to make money online. I just started to, I think the benefit and the advantage that we have nowadays is we have information at our fingertips, whereas generations previous to us didn't. So I figured, hey, there's no excuse for me. I've got 10 fingers and 10 toes, a brain, and I've got dreams and aspirations. And even though I've had a difficult past, and even though I've made some mistakes, my past doesn't have to equal my future. And I wanted to turn my mess into a message, and I wanted to turn my struggles into my strengths. And I found internet marketing and affiliate marketing, and I became a digital entrepreneur. I wasn't a legendary marketer back then, but I was one in the making. And I went on over the course of the last several years. I've been doing this now for almost a decade, and I've gone on to do hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. I've been able to do amazing things, travel the world. I proposed to my wife in Rome. That was one of the coolest things that I ever did. Took my kid over with us. The one that I had when I was 16, she was with us, proposed in Rome, went all over the place, went all through Europe, started to travel, went to Asia, went to Singapore, went to South America, started to see the United States of America. And now I've been all over the world. I've had a chance to be able to earn more money than I ever could have imagined, give back to my family, do cool stuff. And that's, I think, been the most fun, is I've been able to do cool stuff. My mom was in a tough spot one time, so I flew in, took her right to the car lot and bought her a car cash. My dad, my wife and I overheard him one day, and he was like talking about needing and wanting a new truck, but he wasn't like asking. He was just like kind of griping and complaining about his truck, which was kind of a rust bucket. And so one day, my wife and I got up and we surprised him with a brand new truck. What would you say if I said that was a brand new truck?
You're a liar. You're full of shit. No.
Here, take it.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't you want it? Do you like it?
Now, the other cool thing that I was able to do recently for him was I even upped the ante with him, and I surprised him with a brand new house. Hello. Wow. Is that nice? Washer and dryer already in. I wonder why there's pictures of us here.
What's the deal here?
Having Father's Day as just your new house.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Did we surprise you, Dad?
I'm too old to be getting surprises like this. You guys have outdone yourself completely.
So as you can see, there's been a lot of cool stuff that I've been able to do. I think that giving back to people has been the most fun. I just recently had a baby, and I was to a point to where I really said to myself, hey, gosh, I'm really enjoying this, the spending time at home, sort of being on, on the more download side of things. I've had a lot of big exposure and limelight and spoke on big stages and done huge events. As you can see, some of the pictures here will roll through as I'm kind of talking. I've had an opportunity to be able to do really cool stuff to help a lot of people all over the world. And I started doing that back around 2009 or 10. But recently, I just started thinking to myself, and I had a lot of requests for videos and for trainings. And so I wanted to give back and do a free show. And so on this show, I'm going to be taking you on a journey. I'm going to be doing marketing rant. I'm going to be doing marketing reviews. I'm going to show you people's marketing. I'm going to go through marketing funnels. I'm going to show you different product launches. I'm going to go through emails. I'm going to go through different marketing campaigns. I'm going to show you stuff on the screen that other people are doing that's working. I'm going to show you stuff that I've done that's worked. And I'm going to show you what it's like to be able to go from zero to legendary, whatever legendary means for you. That may mean a lot of money. That may mean the ability to be able to give back. That may mean the ability to be able to spend time with friends and family and spend more time with your kids. I don't know. I just know that I want to be average. That's what I wanted for my life. That's what I wanted for myself. And that may be what you want for yourself too. Maybe you don't want to fit in with the way that society says that you're supposed to be. Maybe you don't want to follow the rules. For me, I grew up, they said, be a good little boy, get good grades, don't talk too much, don't make too much noise, and you'll be okay. You're going to go to college, you're going to play some sports, you're going to get married, you're going to get a white picket fence, and everything's going to be okay. And I see more people who followed that path who are unhappy, who want to ask me, what are you doing, Dave? I want to travel more. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to get out of this debt. I want to get out from under the thumb of this boss that I hate, right? Stop working this job that I'm not passionate about. And so maybe I can help you do that. Maybe we can show you how to do that. We're going to start this baby off, though, by jumping into some episodes here coming up to where I'm going to show you and take you behind the scenes of some of the trips that I've taken and some of the things that I've bought and show you some of the lifestyle that this sort of a career can get you if you follow the path of the less traveled, right? Because there's a lot of different people can tell you all about the path of doing what everybody else has done. There's not so many people that will tell you about the path of the less traveled, the one that's not as blazed, the one that still some people are trying to figure out with their flashlight, how do I get through this forest, right? Tons of that. Guys, there's more student loan debt in this country than there is credit card debt. So that one thing, going to college, has accumulated more debt than buying every other possible thing. I want you to really think about that for a second. That one service or product, student loan debt, is more debt than everything else combined that has been put on credit. That is, to me, I just need to take a moment of silence for that real quick. That's a lot of dead presidents. That was a corny dad line that, yeah. So anyways, think about that for a second. There's been a lot of people who can tell you all about that path. You can find them in your typical public school system. You can find them at university. There's like, if you want to know how to do, just go get a job and how to live a really average, mediocre life. There's a lot of people that can tell you how to do that. There's a lot. They're all over. Just walk down the street. They're at every corner store and restaurant and grocery store. I don't even go to the grocery store. Somebody delivers my food, and then we're blessed enough to have somebody cook it for us, right? Because I don't want to live average. I don't say any of this to brag. I'm not going to show you any of what I show you to brag. I'm not going to show you my lifestyle. I'm not going to show you what I do. None of it to brag. I'm going to show you because I feel a responsibility to speak up to young people. I feel a responsibility to speak up even to some of the older folks who think that their time has passed. I've got people in their 50s, people in their 60s, people in their 70s, even in their 80s. I don't know that we've got anybody in their 90s, but we've got all ages of people who have followed my training and attended my seminars in the past and have completely changed not only the way that they look at the world, that they look at themselves, but the way that they operate inside of it. And they've improved their quality of life because of it. So decide right now, do you want to be temporary? Do you want to be average? Or do you want to be legendary? And if you want to be legendary, I'm going to show you some cool stuff throughout this show for free that's going to change your life. That's really, really going to give you more, way more for free than any other thing most likely that you've paid for, including college. Yeah, let's argue about it, right? Well, we don't have to argue now. You can save the debates, watch some of the episodes, tune in, subscribe. Subscribe, go up there, hit the little subscription button, hit the little bell so you get notified via email, and I'm going to take you on the ride of your life. See you on the next video.